Action.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is mission number 5. This is my attack on Greenwich Council. Another council been issuing bus lane tickets without the correct certification until they got their new one sometime in February, I believe. I'll give the exact date later. Anyway, first trick. There you go, usual trick. Bus lane, car, helicopter, motorbike, ambulance, illegal camera. Right, why is it illegal? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I represented 2 people at the tribunal right about Christmas, and Greenwich pulled out. They wrote an absolute load of codswallop, rubbish, absurdity and piffle, which means crap, about their certification letters for the camera they used at the time. They did not even have a certificate, and I'll give you the details later. They didn't even have a certificate pertaining to the wrong legislation outside London. All they had certificates they had were actually parking contravention certificates from the Vehicle Certificate Agency. Right, I've complained to Mr. Anthony Poirot many times. I've had no proper response whatsoever from him. Quite frankly, he and his parking officers, and I believe one's called Marina Wales, should resign unless they pay back all the tickets. In a notice of rejection to the 2 guys I represented, somebody said the signature's illegible. It is in fact the VCA on behalf of the Department for Transport that issues approvals on behalf of the Secretary of State. The VCA has certified the camera type Greenwich used under its approved device scheme approval scheme. That's complete balderdash, bunkum, piffle, rubbish. Please be advised, this is now in a DNC as do not contest. They said this to the tribunal and the appellants. Please be advised that dying to staff, not due, die to staff shortages and volume of work, we will not be contesting either of these cases. Okay, the new certificate didn't take effect until 8 February. I say new certificate, the only certificate that's valid at the tribunal, because they didn't even have one before. Now let's talk about freedom of information requests, yeah? This is quite incredible. How many bus lane penalty charge notices issued since 17th November, right, till the 31st of March? Guess this, 8,377. What do you think of that, Mr. Spielberg? That's not good, is it? Now, how much money, dosh, dinero, revenue did they take? £346,950, right? That's in between £250,000 and £500,000. How many have been cancelled?
How much?
449. How much money? £346,950.
A quarter.
Yeah. How many? Just over a quarter. How many have been cancelled? 449. How many representations have been rejected? We do not hold this data. I wonder why. How many have reached the tribunal? 2. I know which they are, and they were 1 because the authority did not contest. That's what they're referring to. How many were allowed? None. They've not been heard yet. Well, this is written blah blah blah, and so on, so on, so on. How many refused? Right? The authority's application you referenced for a new certificate was made on the 5th of November, so it dated the entire period you referred to. And I said to you, they didn't have the actual certificate until the 8th of February. So basically, Mr. Okereke and Miss Marina Wales and your parking department, you should get your act together. Quite frankly, you know, you should resign, all of you, unless you pay the money back. Because like all London councils, you know what the law is, even though you've misstated it in your notice of rejection. You've just been taking people for a ride, you've been ripping off people who don't know the law, and you know darn well, if all those tickets had gone to the tribunal, you would have lost. Cheers. Lambeth, you're next. All right.